I didn't shake my carbonated water today, so it's very still, it's very subtle, it's very calm. You can see the fuzziness, a little bit of it only. And I'll be drinking this throughout the show today. That is so refreshing. I love my Trebi carbonated water. It's lemon flavor today. So who's there? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Wow. It was a long day. You know, usually on the live show day, I do lots of shootings. I have my hair and makeup done, so I'd like to do lots of video shootings on this day. So we've been working on it since 10 a.m. and it's already 8 p.m. So it's almost like 10 hours of non-stop working, creating some YouTube videos and content. All right. And because I wasn't able to have my dinner, I'm having a bag of almonds here. 구운 아몬드, roasted almond. It's quite delicious. I love almonds. For those of you who don't know, I'm on ketosis. I'm on keto diet, so like almond is something that is allowed to eat when you're on keto diet. So I'm having my almond as my snack right now. I had a big meal for lunch, so it's okay. I only eat like 1 or maybe 1.5 meals a day. Hello, Suyan. Hi. Oh, yes. Hold on, let me call some of my students to come in to the show. Hold on. Gwen TV. Yeah, I'm waiting for more people to come so we can have more chatting going on. Oh my gosh, today it was unbelievably warm. Hello, Regina. Hello, Liz. Yes, it looks like summer. It is summer. It was really, really hot today. It was not warm. It was literally hot. Hello, An. Hello, Hyun. Welcome to the show as always. Yeah, guys, we do this show every month, once a month. And this month, I always like to do it on the 3rd week of each month. So this month it's going to be today, and in April I think it's gonna be on the 23rd. Yeah, I'm telling you ahead of everything. On the 23rd of April I think we'll be doing the show, next show. But anyway, March show is today. I'm waiting for more people to come in. Oh, Tadashi, I saw you take the test again. How was it? Hello. And I always love your pictures. It's very subtle, it's very soft. I love it. And your videos too. You have good video editing skills. I gotta learn some. Oh, I'm having my almond. Konbanwa. I know how to read Japanese. Konbanwa. Yes, that's something that you say for good evening, right? Konbanwa. Konnichiwa is for mornings, is it? All right. Has anybody taken the TOEIC speaking test recently? If you have, tell me how the test went. Tell me what your levels are. Let me know how you prepared for it. Hello, Tina. Welcome to the show. Hi. You know what? It was so hot today. I told you before. So we have the AC on right now. I turned on the AC only in March. I don't know how this weather is going to turn out in winter. I mean in summer. Hong Suyeon-nim, you said you don't have to be on a diet. You know, the reason why I can look like this is because I'm on a constant diet. I'm constantly on a diet. Well, it's not like I'm starving, but I try to control what I eat. And today is almond day. Regina, not yet. You haven't taken the test. And Liz, you'll be taking the test tomorrow. There will be my first TOEIC speaking test. Congratulations. I'll help you out tonight, okay? Oh, Tadashi. Oh, it's not me. My camera does not work. It does not. Oh, it's your camera? Well, anyway, it's your work of art. I love it. Yes, Pin Pioneer. Yes, I do eat nuts. I love nuts. I eat all kinds of nuts. Macadamia, I eat cashew nuts, and I eat the almonds, I think, but I think almonds are the best. Yeah. And like price-wise, I think almonds are the most affordable kind of nuts. Yeah. Regina, go for it. Yeah. Thank you. Hello. AA, I took the SW test. Excuse me. For the first time last week. All right, so, gosh, that got into my throat. Sorry. I took the SW test for the first time last week. Oh, AA, what was the result? I'm pretty sure you got the result by now. Regina, I couldn't agree more. Almonds, you said? I started with your classes, 수연님. Really? Teiji, I look forward to working with you tonight. I know. I've listened to your recordings and I listened to it with one of my assistants and we agreed that Teiji's answers are like very good in content wise. Like everything that you're saying is really good if you write it down in words. But again, it's like most Korean and most Japanese people's problem. It's our pronunciation, right? So, we just have to work on our pronunciation, your pronunciation, yeah. I'll give you more tips on that, okay? Oh, and Slee, you inspire me with the blue heart. That's lovely. How did you know blue is one of my favorite colors? Yes, thank you. And Regina, Ms. Gwen, diet is always a task for a girl. I know, like diet, you don't have to be on a constant diet. It depends on how you feel about yourself. I used to, when I had the cancer, I had to eat a lot to recover, right? So I am a very small girl. In a centimeter, I am only 162, and I tell people like I'm 163 or something like that, but I weighed up to like 60 kilograms. But then, because I know that's not my normal weight, I had to like work out and I try to eat healthier, and I didn't starve myself, but I got to lose weight. So now I feel healthier. That's why I think I'm in a good shape. It's not like I want to look better or something like that. So yeah, for your health, make sure you're on a healthy diet. Yeah. Tadashi, I just enjoy taking tests. It's becoming my addiction. Yeah, it's sort of like that. And like, you get this feeling once you level up, you feel like, you achieved something, right? But then when you get a level down, you don't feel good. Yeah. Anyway, how much is the test, by the way, in Japan? In Korea, when you take the test, it's 77,000원, which is about, I would say, like $68 in US dollars. Yeah, it's about 68. I don't know the exact currency right now, but 68 to 69, a little less than $70. I bought your book in Japan. You bought my book in Japan. I know, I have one book in Japan, right? It was published by YBM. I'm pretty sure YBM went through another publisher, but yeah, I have a book published in Japan. All right, I'm an international author. Great, thank you. And there are 108 days left and I will have an entrance exam into university, really? And does the TOEIC speaking score affect your university, entrance? Let me know, Yan. Wow. $60. It's about the same. Korea is a little more expensive, it seems like. But nowadays you can get discount coupons. So like Koreans, for people, those of you who are taking tests in Korea, there are some ways to get a discount on this test. So look for it. They're giving like 5,000원, about $5 discount to test takers. So if you take the survey and stuff like that, you can get a discount. So look for a way to save your money, guys. Now I have due kindly. I finished TOEIC SW test with score 280, but my target is 290. I'm very regretful. All right. So you took the TOEIC SW test. Tell me like separate score for TOEIC speaking and TOEIC writing. Yeah, that would be more helpful. Sian, I thought you were kind of taller than you said. No, I'm a small girl. Yeah, I'm short. $100 in Japan? $100 only? Oh, sorry. Not 10만 원. Okay. That is more expensive than Korea. Wow. that is way more expensive than Korea. All right, okay. So I thought you were, no, I'm very short. I'm like near 160, not 170. Yeah. Okay, so guys, I am Hello, Mason. Hello, Mason. Oh, I hit the mic. Is it okay? Did I hit your ears, guys? Okay, so I took the test recently in February, yeah, and I uploaded a video regarding that day. I took the test and I've shown you guys how I was actually taking the test. Not the actual test site because that's illegal, but I sort of like try to perform how I would do it, how I did it in the actual test site. And I showed you how I take the notes. And I told you in that lecture, mostly I wouldn't take, I wouldn't take notes for parts 1, 2, 3, 4, and I would just like, save that space, save that one piece of paper for parts 5 and 6. So in that video, guys, make sure to go there and check the video because I hear a lot from a lot of people that video is very helpful to get like the know-hows and skills of how to take notes for TOEIC speaking and how to use your scratch paper. But in my case, I do not take notes for parts 1, 2, 3, 4, and I just use the whole sheet of paper, which is the A4 size. I split into half and I use one side for part 5 and I use one side for part 6. So I show you how to do it one by one. So make sure to go check out that video, okay? It is the most recent video, I believe, right before this one or before this one. All right. Okay, so today, of course, as usual, we're going to go over a set of TOEIC speaking tests. And this test had taken place in Korea on March 13th. Okay, on March 13th, which was Saturday. And it was relatively generous. It was fine. I think most of you, if you had already been preparing for the test, would have done great if you had seen these questions on your test. Okay, so I will show you one by one how to approach the questions and give great answers. All right, so for those of you who are taking the test tomorrow, follow me throughout the show and speak loudly in front of the screen. Close the door, shut the windows, and just make that space of your own and just speak loudly in English, okay? Like me. It's only me in the room and I'm speaking loudly in English with nobody talking to me. I'm talking to myself. All right. So the first passage is this. I will read it once to you and after listening to my reading, look over some of the words and compare how I would read it, how I read it, and how you would read it, okay? Thank you for joining the retirement ceremony of Ellen Hoffman. Ellen became a businesswoman 5 decades ago by starting a small advertising agency in New York. Her 50 years of dedication has led this company to grow internationally, establishing the Ellen Advertising Network. Please welcome her to the stage with a round of applause. All right. So I see a lot of words that usually appear on the tests, but some words might be a little newer, a little new to you guys. So look at it, look at the passage, and while you guys take some time to read over the passage, it's amazing that Gwen TV is known to foreigners. I know, I find it amazing myself. Yeah, that is why I am speaking English on the live show, because I have so many foreigners visiting my channel, listening to my lecture to how to take TOEIC speaking better. So I think it is very meaningful, yeah, to deliver everything that I know about TOEIC speaking in English. I think this is like the only channel which is speaking English to deliver the skills for TOEIC speaking. Okay, and if there are any words that you would like for me to read, let me know. I would be more than happy to read it for you so you guys can see. Oh, applause. All right, now, when I read the word applause, it shouldn't be read separately, just applause, because always on this test, the word applause would appear with the words all round of applause. A round of applause means that don't clap it once, don't clap it twice, but clap it cheerfully, yeah, while the person steps up to the stage or goes down from the stage. Just applaud for them for some time. So with a round of applause, those words always go together like a set. Okay, so it sounds like with a round of applause. It's gonna be smoothly linked together with a round of applause, with the round of applause. And notice when I make that TH sound, Teji, listen carefully, with the, you have to stick out your tongue, okay? I'm zooming in to the camera, look, with the round of applause, with a round of applause, right? With the round of, it sounds like dove, D-O-V-E, dove applause, with a round of applause, all right? So applause itself is pronounced applause with the stress on the second syllable, which is laws, applause. But Liz, when you're practicing, try to, make that chunk of, sound saying with a round of applause, okay? Yes, clapping cheerfully. Please welcome Gwen with a round of applause. Okay? All right, so that word's been taken care of. Any other words? Because I see quite long words here, and sometimes when you guys read these like passages in English and you see these long words, you sort of like stutter. Like for example, let's look at the word like retirement. Word retirement, we see it very often on this test. It's retirement with the second syllable stress. And the word ceremony, you see it very often, but it's not ceremony, it's ceremony with the first syllable stress, ceremony, okay? And Ellen Hoffman is a name, and of course there's a way of reading it, but as long as you read it Ellen Hoffman or Ellen Hoffman, you make that sound of English alphabet, that's fine. But it's read as Ellen Hoffman. And it's not Hoffman, it's Hoffman. Ellen Hoffman. All right, and the next word is decade. Now, some people might read this as decade, but it's decade. Decade, with the first syllable stress. Hello, Jihan. Yes, welcome to the show. Ask me if you have any question. It's decade. Decade is 10 years. Century is 100 years. So decades, here meaning 5 decades, she's been doing this business for 50 years. A long time, right? 50. So 5 decades. 5 decades. There's no A, B, and C part. Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Establishing. Okay, Jiannim. Establishing. The syllable stress, the stress goes on t. Establishing. Okay, so TA has the stress. Oh, Dominic. T. Establishing. That's right. Yeah. Liz, I'm curious about the accent of internationally establishing. It's too long, I know. Internationally, normally when the word is international, it's the same. The third syllable has the stress, so it's international, and it's the same with internationally. And the word establish, TA has a stress, so it's establish. Okay, I know it's too long. And hello, Keiko. You're a little late, but welcome to the show. We have just started, okay? And advertising could be tricky because some people might be used to saying advertisement, but it's advertising, okay? And again, we have the part where it says a round of applause, right? A round of applause. That's where you have to read it like one word, one chunk of phrase, okay? All right. It would be good to talk with you in person. Dominic, there are ways to talk with in person. I do private lessons. I do lessons online with a group of class. It's on Zoom, or I do private lessons as well. Yeah. So you could request for it. Advertising. Oh, that's so refreshing. I've been talking all day long, and I'm dehydrated, I think. Dehydrated. Okay. So let me read this again, guys. Listen carefully. Thank you for joining the retirement ceremony of Ellen Hoffman. Ellen became a businesswoman 5 decades ago by starting a small advertising agency in New York. Her 50 years of dedication has led this company to grow internationally, establishing the Ellen Advertising Network. Please welcome her to the stage with a round of applause. All right? Don't read it too fast. I always tell you guys, don't read it too fast. And just try to stick with the mini phrases, okay? That is like the most important thing. So, I have a friend in Japan, we haven't met. Teiji, I'm talking about you. We haven't met, not even once, but we've been communicating on this platform called Kakao. Yeah, and he has sent me some recordings of his answers.
This is a picture taken at the laboratory.
Hold on.
I had a relax time.
No. Teiji, I will play your recordings at the end of the show, and I will give you like a whole bunch of comment. But when I was listening to your English, you have that choppy sound. But that's not only Japanese. That's also for Koreans. It's the same thing. So thank you for joining the retirement ceremony of Ellen Hoffman. Ellen became a businesswoman 5 decades ago by starting a small advertising agency in New York. Her 50 years of dedication has led this company to grow internationally, establishing the Ellen. It's choppy. So when we're reading, it has to be linking with the flow. Listen to me. Thank you for joining the retirement ceremony of Ellen Hoffman. No, not good. Thank you for joining the retirement ceremony of Ellen Hoffman. Okay? Ellen became a businesswoman 5 decades ago by starting a small advertising agency in New York. Not good. Ellen became a businesswoman 5 decades ago by starting a small advertising agency in New York. You get the difference? Her 50 years of dedication has led this company to grow internationally, establishing the Ellen Advertising Network. Her 50 years of dedication has led this company to grow internationally, establishing the Ellen Advertising Network. The final sentence. Please welcome her to the stage with a round of applause. Please welcome her to the stage with a round of applause. Okay? So I wanted to clearly compare the two different kinds of readings. So the first reading would be very choppy. I'm like separating each and every word. But the second reading, the way that I would read, would be very, very like smooth and linked out. choppy는 한국어처럼 딱딱 끊기게 있는 거예요. Choppy means that you are cutting off the sound of each and every word. It's like what normal Koreans would do. Same with most like Japanese people. They would say, thank you for joining the retirement ceremony of Ellen Hoffman, and just try to chop off each and every word. That's what Koreans do. That's what Japanese people mostly do. But you know what? English is a totally different system when you're reading or making sounds. So it's got to be, thank you for joining the retirement ceremony of Ellen Hoffman. As if you are singing. I tell this to my students all the time. I've said this multiple times on the show, and I'm getting heated up right now. I told you guys it's really hot today, and I'm getting even hotter right now. But it shouldn't be read choppy, okay? I hope you guys know what I mean. I'll tell you more about this in the second passage, okay? So this is the second passage. Let me give you some time to see it. Have a look at it. Okay. All right, so let me go first. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jimmy Reynolds here to deliver your weekend weather forecast. It seems like spring has finally arrived and we can expect sunshine all weekend long. Please make sure to put on your sunscreen, wear glasses, and dehydrate yourself with water when being outdoors. All right, finally, there is that A, B, and C part. I hope you're satisfied, Tadashi. Yeah. Well, again, when I was reading this passage, like the very first passage, the sentence, we know it. Everybody knows this sentence. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, right? A typical Korean would read this as Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So by this reading, if you're doing this kind of reading, you're separating each word, sound of each word. But in English, linking is essential. So when you say good, the last sound of good is D, right? And the first sound of evening is E. So good evening has to be linked. Good evening, ladies and. The S and A in the word and, ladies and gentlemen. As if I'm saying one word. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You have to link all the sounds. If you don't do it, it doesn't sound like English. Okay? Well, right now, I am speaking English in American English, right? But I know how to speak it in Korean English. I know how to speak English in Korean style. I know because I am Korean and I hear a lot of Korean people speak English. They speak like this, okay? They don't link the sound. They chop off each and every sound. So it makes English sound very strange, okay? But if you speak English like me right now, with Korean accent, but loudly and clearly, it is better. It is better. But when you guys speak English, it is not clear. It is not loud enough. So it is very, very hard to understand. Okay? So this is Korean style English. Maybe very similar to Japanese style English. Okay? So this is not good. No good. Alright, sorry. Alright. Yes, it makes me comfortable linking sound in English. Can you give us some examples? Like say in one breath, yeah, make sounds of kinds of silence. This is Korean English. This is like a Korean person speaking English in Korean accent. I hope you guys get it. Like I'm making linking sound and I'm making English sound comfortable to you guys because I am speaking English in American accent. I'm making all the linking sounds and I am like, smoothly speaking the English language in an English manner, okay? But there are a lot of Asians here in this chat room, in this live show right now. There are Koreans, mostly Koreans, Japanese people, and these two group of people are the ones that I really, really want for you guys to understand what like Korean style English and Japanese style English is, and that's what I was just doing now. Okay, so don't be choppy. Don't be choppy. Try to link and make it smoothly, like make it smoother. I hope you guys understand. All right, so now let's look at the passage. You guys must know the words ladies and gentlemen. Not ladies and gentlemen, it's ladies and gentlemen. All right. The name is Jimmy Reynolds. You can say Reynolds, but Reynolds. Normally we read it as Reynolds. Okay, and weekend weather forecast. We see these words all the time. And when you read the word weather, it's not it's weather. I hear some Japanese people say weza, like J sound, but it's got to be weather. You have to stick out your tongue. Weather forecast. Finally arrived and we can expect. Make sure when you make that P sound, spring, you try to hide the upper lips and the lower lips like spring. You notice how my red lips disappear when I make that P sound. It's spring, spring, spring. Okay? And expect. You try to hide your lips inwards. We can expect sunshine all weekend long. please make sure to put on your sunscreen. The S sound has to be a little strong. Sunscreen. Wear sunglasses. And dehydrate. Now, when you say dehydrate, I'm dehydrated, it means that you don't have enough water in your body. Okay? So let me hydrate myself, which means I would put more water into my body. Dehydrate. Dehydrate yourself with water when being outdoors. Was it that funny? Well, it's not funny situation because this is like what how Koreans would speak English. Yeah. It's because of our mother tongue language. Like Korean and Japanese has that sound system where you have to be very choppy. Like 곤방와 is like all chopped off. 안녕하세요, it's all chopped off. We're so used to making that sound in that certain way. So when we have to link all the sounds together, it's so hard. Yeah. So yeah, you have to understand the difference. Now, guys, I think you guys are like laughing right now about how I was reading this, or like how I was talking in Korean and English. But anyway, let me read this one for you guys, okay? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jimmy Reynolds here to deliver your weekend weather forecast. It seems like spring has finally arrived and we can expect sunshine all weekend long. Please make sure to put on your sunscreen, wear glasses, and dehydrate yourself with water when being outdoors. Okay, and one way to link the sound easily is to not breathe when you are reading. Okay, now I'll show you one evidence that I'm not breathing when I'm reading. I'm just reading because let me block my nose like this and I'll be just reading. I'm blocking my nose right now. Okay, there's no way I'll be breathing, right? And I will read. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jimmy Reynolds here to deliver your weekend weather forecast. And this is where I'm going to breathe. It seems like spring has finally arrived and we can expect sunshine all weekend long. Okay, I'm going to breathe once more. Please make sure to put on your sunscreen, wear sunglasses, and dehydrate yourself with water when being outdoors. Okay. Oh, so I wasn't breathing. I showed you, you've seen me with your own eyes that I wasn't breathing while reading a sentence. In between the words, I wasn't breathing unless the sentence came to a complete stop. Okay? So that's how you can link the sound of English words. That's one way of doing it, okay? And technically, when you're saying good evening, it's not good evening, it's good evening. Like as if D and E is connected together. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? All right, so any question? While I have some of my almonds. Ask me any questions you have. Well, choppy is not fluency. Well, it could be, yeah, overall, it could influence the fluency of a person. 수연님, already is hard to pronounce. Already. Now, when you are making the L sound, and when you are making the R sound, there is a total difference. Now, L sound, let's think that this is your tongue. Okay. Now, if this is your tongue, you're using the tip of your tongue, the very end of your tongue, and you will point it, make it pointy, and place it right behind your big two teeth. La, 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 la. All, A-L, all. And then, after that, the R sound, you have to stick out your mouth. Okay? So it's re, ready, D. When you're making the D sound, your tongue again goes behind the big teeth. D. So, let me show it closely. Already. already, 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 already. So when you're making the R sound, make sure to say ready, already. All right. I hope it helped. Okay. It seems like there are no questions for part 2. So shall we move on to part 1? So shall we move on to part 2? It's not an easy picture. No. It isn't. So now, if you guys have any words that you would like to share that you can think of regarding this picture, type it in. How come nobody's chatting on the chatting room? How come nobody's chatting in the chatting room? No one. Everybody's just laughing and crying. Give me some words that I can use. S'il vous plaît, please. Just in case you guys don't know where this place is, then you can just say this is a picture taken inside. Okay? It doesn't have to be the exact word to say this where this place is, but just for your information, FYI, this place is called laboratory. Laboratory. And in British English, they would say laboratory. Is it? Laboratory, right? Laboratory or laboratory. But simply put, you can just say this is a picture taken in a lab. L-A-B. This is a picture taken in a lab. That is totally fine, right? Because I think laboratory, the word itself is even harder to pronounce than the word already. Laboratory. Say it, try it. Laboratory. Don't just sit there. Try. Laboratory. 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 It's hard. Just say lab. Right. The woman is using a microscope. That's correct, Slee. But when you use that word microscope, you would have to use it together with the verb, like using a microscope or looking into a microscope. And Mingyu said there's a woman who's sitting at a table. That's true. That's totally fine, right? And Liz, I think this picture is taken in a lab and there are 3 people in this picture. First, I can see a woman looking, right? That's a typo. Looking at something through a microscope. Well put. Very well put. I don't think they're doctors. They look more like scientists to me. But anyways, we don't know. So you could say they look like doctors, or I could say they look like scientists. It doesn't matter as long as you say they look like. Because we don't know. We're just telling by looking at them, right? So they look like doctors. If you put it that way, doctors are fine. Kara, this picture was taken at a lab, not the lab. Because if you're going to say this as your very first sentence, we don't know which lab we're talking about. So you have to say, this picture was taken at a lab. And there are 3 people in this picture. Good. Okay, more expressions, people. Everybody, more, please. They're wearing a face mask. Yes. I don't think that's because of COVID, though. Anyway. They are wearing not a face mask because all 3 people are not sharing one mask. Oh my gosh, middle finger. All 3 people are not wearing just one mask, but they are all wearing a mask each. So you can say they are wearing face masks with an S. Okay, they are wearing face masks. Regina, behind the woman there are 2 men, right? But normally you would say M-E-N as plural, not M-A-N-S, okay? So behind the woman, there are 2 men with a short E. Teji, how should I express the woman's hairstyle? Oh, she tied up her hair. You know, when you tie your hair, she tied her hair. You can say she tied, T-I-E-D, her hair. She tied her hair, okay? Her hair is tied is a one way to put it. Her hair is tied. Tied. Up or tied. Okay? And one man standing next to a man. He is holding. Regina, it's he is holding, not he hold. It's got to be present progressive. 현재 진행형. He is holding a white box and not gesture, but making a gesture. Making a gesture. Okay? Liz, next to the woman. If you have finished talking about the first woman, then you have to say next to the woman. There are two men talking to each other. I think they're talking about their test results. Oh, I like that part. I'm going to use that. I think they're talking about the test result. That's really good. Very well put. And Regina, another man sitting at the chair. Okay. Regina, I see your answers, and there are some grammar points that you have to think about. So if you are going to take the test, you have to be very considerate about how to use the correct grammars, okay? Sleep. There are 3 doctors in a lab using their equipment, such as the microscope to read the coronavirus. Vaccine. Oh, that's a good story. Oh, Slee, you're a good storyteller. Mingyu, she has blonde hair and glasses on her head. All right. People, we have to put a period. We have to put a stop on this argument about whether that woman's hair is blonde or not. You know, because of this misunderstanding, I would put it, I captured a picture on Instagram that I saw yesterday, and it's this lady. I'm gonna cover the face of her, and you see the color of her hair. Okay, guys, this is blonde. Do you get it? Who's that? Mingyu. Everybody, this is blonde. The woman in my phone right now, in that picture in my phone, that is blonde hair. The woman here, the doctor, the scientist, she has brown hair. I've corrected this multiple times with my students, and they're always saying anything light is blonde hair. No, that's not blonde, that's brown. I'm angry now. It's brown hair, okay? So blonde is like very pale color. It's near white. It's very blonde. It's like pale, silver, gold, white kind of blonde, okay? So this woman's hair is brown, please. And Anne, Lynn, 2 of them are wearing goggles. That's good. That's a good expression, goggles. And there is some experimental equipment on the table. That's good too. Making a gesture. 2 men are having a conversation. I like that expression too. And on the left side of the picture, there's a microscope on the desk. That's very precise. The desk with blue drawers and shelves above. It seems like they are doing research. Now, Anne, I have one recommendations for you. Don't try to describe the objects in the picture too much. You don't necessarily have to talk about the drawers and the table, but focus more on what people are doing, how they look, and what they are doing. That's the main focus, okay? Use more action words. Gown, yeah, you can say gown or you can say lab coat. L-A-B coat, lab coat. Like coat, like what you're wearing, lab coat. Behind the woman, 2 men are having a conversation. Gina, thank you for your correction. No problem. My pleasure. Sion, behind her, 2 men are talking, not taking about, but talking about something. Blonde. Oh, Mingyu, I see. Yes, you see. Good. Thank goodness I took the picture of that blonde woman so we can compare. So this woman here has brown hair. I think they're doing some kind of experiment. Good. Kara, the woman is looking into a microscope, and there are 2 men wearing masks. They are discussing something, right? Well, this is a very good expression because most people would say talking about something, but when you say discussing, you shouldn't use a preposition. It has to be what Kara just mentioned. They are discussing something. So Kara, you did a very good job on using that word correctly. And besides, I can see 2 microscopes and some experimental tools on table. I think they are scientists. That's very well put too. Gwen has brown hair. Yeah, I have brown hair, or you can say I have dark hair, I have straight hair, I have long hair. You could put it in many ways. Lab coat, Regina. Hey, is there always a person in the... Yes, there is always a person in the photo. Whether it could be 1 person picture, it could be 2 people picture, it could be 3 people, it could be like tens and millions of others people. There are always people in the picture, okay? And Liz, in the background of the picture, I can see many things such as shelves, science instruments is good, okay, and so on. All right, so it seems like we have a lot to say about this picture. So, guys, the timer is going to appear on the very top of the screen. So look at the timer as I describe the picture, okay? This is a picture taken in a laboratory, and there are 3 people in this picture. They look like scientists. On the right side of the picture, I can see a woman. She has brown hair, and her hair is tied up, and she's wearing a white lab coat and a mask. She is sitting at a table and looking at something through a microscope, or she is looking into a microscope. Maybe she is examining something. And behind her, I can see 2 men. One of them is sitting down and he's making a gesture, and one of them is standing up and he is showing something to the other man. Maybe they're talking about their experiment result. And maybe these scientists are working hard today. Right. So as I was talking, I was looking at the timer, and it seemed like I didn't have enough time left after talking about the 2 guys. So in the end, I just stopped talking with only 1 second remaining, okay? So this is how you do it. You talk mainly about the people, and that's it. First, I talk about the woman because she is the very person in the very front, right? So I talked about her hair color, I talked about what she's wearing, a lab coat and a mask, and I talked about the actions, the things that she's doing. Sitting at a desk or a table and looking into a microscope, or looking at something through a microscope. And she's examining something, are the words that I used. And there are 2 men behind her, right? And the very distinctive difference is that one of them is sitting down, making a gesture. One of them is standing up and he is showing something, or maybe he's talking, and maybe they are talking about their result. Okay? So when I talked about these 3 people, I didn't have any time remaining to talk about the drawers and the other equipment or instruments. So yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, AA, remember, yeah, people should be the center of your answer, okay, not other things. Any questions about part 2? Any questions? You can't live. Perhaps they are working to discover vaccines preventing COVID-19 pandemic. This is crazy. It's been a year and 2 months since I've been trapped in this country. You know, like I normally go out somewhere abroad every month, and I've been trapped here for more than a year, and it's okay. It's fine, but you know, the fact that we can't have gatherings over 5 people, that's crazy. I mean, it's been so long since I've had parties with my friends at my house. Can I watch this video again after the live show? Of course, Suyeon. It's going to be uploaded here on my channel, so you can always come back and watch it. Okay? No question. 구원하세요. Who is this? 구원하세요. Who is this? 구원하셨어요? 네, 축하드립니다. This person with the ID Dear Friend said he was maybe taking my lectures, so he got 30 points more. So I guess you got a level up, right? Maybe from 6 to 7 or 7 to 8. Congratulations. Well done. Okay. I want to capture this part and post it on my Instagram. Guys, follow me on my Instagram. Hold on. Jeez. Okay. All right, now we're going to move on to part 3, and it's about having a relaxing time. Having a relaxing time, okay? So what is having a relaxing time to you guys? For me, it's about, well, nowadays I'm spending a lot of time alone because you're not supposed to meet people. You're not encouraged to go outside and have parties and meet people. So I'm spending a lot of time at home alone. And I've been meditating a lot, practicing yoga. That was a big change for me throughout for the past 1 year, because before people have been telling me that it would be a very nice thing for me to meditate and try to have quiet moments, and I was able to do that for the last 1 year, and that really helped me a lot. Like, I was able to have conversations with my inner self. That was good. And I'll be doing it after today's lesson, in fact. And yeah, spending time with my family. I've been seeing my parents a lot because, in fact, last year my brother got married, and I now have a sister-in-law, and there's this whole wedding going on in this pandemic situation. But anyway, I was invited because I'm a family member, and I spent a lot of time with my family and family members, and that was good. And yes, I love taking a hot shower. Like, after the long day is done, after yoga, I'm sweating. So like, I take a hot shower. I take like mid-hot shower, between warm and hot kind of shower. I don't like to take cold shower. And yeah, those kind of things. Just like, it's amazing how those little things can really make you happy. You realize through this pandemic that those little things can make you happy. Yeah. I cook a lot at home, and whenever I cook and make something delicious, I feel good. I feel happy. It's an enjoyable moment, and I've been, growing lots of plants here and there. And yeah, those little things that I do alone, I'm happy about. It is what I do during my relaxing time. Okay, so guys, think about it. What would you say for the first question? The first question is, when did you most recently have a relaxing time? And where did you enjoy it? Let me know, guys. I'll be waiting for your answers. Oh, Suyeon님, yes, believe me, I'll help you get better level and better score. Oh, that's right. Little things matter. Little things are very important. I've been donating a lot of my stuff because since I've been spending a lot of time in my house, I see all these things that I don't use and I don't need anymore, and I just wanted to get rid of them, but it's really bad to just throw them away, right? It's a waste for the whole environment. It's not good for the environment. So, I've been donating. There's this app, a platform called 당근 Market, and I've been doing lots of 당근 Market activities. I've been sharing my stuff, 무료 나눔, because when you post it, trying to sell, like get a buck or two, it takes a long time to get rid of it. So I just give them out for free. Taking a walk around the park with mom, that is beautiful. That's lovely. If I'm living with my mom, I would go out and take a walk with her every single day. I mean, every morning I would wake up early just to have a walk with her. That would be great. And last weekend, I had a relaxing time at a cafe. I read a novel there. So I really enjoyed coffee, cakes, and so on. I'm planning to go there next weekend. That's good. So when was it? Where did you enjoy it? Everything is in Anne's answer. And your answer gets level 7. More than level 7, maybe. Good. I think for me it was last Tuesday. Yeah. I went bike riding with my friend. And, in Seoul, along Han River, there is bike lane. There are like beautiful paths where you can ride just bicycles. And we were doing some night riding, and we went to this samgyeopsal barbecue place. Like Korea is known for barbecue. So we were digging in. We were just eating samgyeopsal after all the pork and everything. And it was great. I already pushed the good button. The like button. Oh, YM, you press the like button. Good button, no, it's like button, okay? I had a relaxing time this morning. I watched movies at my home. I watched Star Wars. You did? It's classic. It was fun. And most recently, I had a relaxing time with my mom, taking a walk around the park. That's good. And when was it? Was it yesterday? Was it this morning? Was it a week ago? You didn't mention when it was. I love 삼겹살. 오겹살 is even better. 껍데기 is good. All right. So that is the first question. Okay, that is the first question. Let me say the first question. The answer to it. Oh, Kara, I had a relaxing time last month. I hung out, not hang out because it's last month. It's got to be past tense. So it's I hung out with my friends. We went to a night market. I have watched. No, YM님. I watched movie and it was good. Hyun, I had a relaxing time with my classmates a week ago and I enjoyed the moment in my class with lots of good friends and teacher. We play games together and share our thoughts together. That's good. Oh my gosh, Hyun, your English is becoming like better week after week. There's more detail and more content to your answer now. I love it. Great. Bosco, last weekend I went to rooftop cafe with my friends. We did many things such as reading books, drinking coffee, and so on. Good. Regina, yeah, make sure you put that Wednesday in your answer. Hyun, and that can help. Help, not to build, but it's going to be help build. Help build. When you're using the verb help, you have to take out the to, right? Help build our long-lasting relationship. Slee, yesterday I was relaxing on my bed rewatching your live videos. Your voice is soothing. Really? I gotta do that ASMR more. Tonight, I went to, you have to put the preposition to in there. I went to an opera house to relax after a busy workday. I like enjoying classical performances. Great. Lovely. And how many sentences do I need to speak to get a perfect score? Okay, AA. Now, I can't say, like, you have to speak this many sentences. Like, you could say 3, you can say 4, you can say 5. It doesn't matter. And let me show this to you. I'll perform this to you because speaking is all about performance. So I'll say not too many sentences and try to sound fluent. This could also maybe get you level 7, 1780 or 8. Let me show you. Actually, yesterday I met my friends after work and I went to a night market together. And it was very fun. And it was very relaxing, so I was able to get rid of stress. I spoke quite slowly, and I said, yesterday, I met my friends, and I went to night market together. I said, where? And what did I say? It was very relaxing. Did I say that? And I was able to relieve stress. Is that what I said? So that was about like 4 sentences, right? So normally I would say, I think more than 4 sentences in 15 seconds. So AA, I would say 4 to 5. It's not like I'm saying you can get perfect score with this, but it's like how you perform it. It's like speaking is all about your attitude, how you sound natural and how your grammar and pronunciation is suitable, okay, to the whole like content, with the whole content. Okay, so that was my slow answer. And the way I would do it for the actual test is something like this. Actually, yesterday I had a relaxing time at home. I didn't go anywhere. I stayed home all day long. And because it was my day off, I just stayed home all day long, cooking, cleaning my house. And it was so relaxing. So I was able to relieve myself. It was good. I don't know how many sentences that was, but I think I spoke faster, so it could have sounded more fluent, and that's how I would say it for an actual test. Yeah, but I would say the first answer could get level 8 as well as the second one. Okay. All right. I am about to I've shooted a video today comparing what level 6 is like and what level 7 is like and what level 8 is like. So wait for the video and you will see the difference. Okay? Good. Hi. Hi, Sejun. Hi, Sejun. Welcome to the show. You have nothing to do on Friday, huh? After getting a job. I did a relaxing time yesterday. I had a relaxing time, Chian. At a massage shop. That was good. I got a massage. You can say that. Oh, Han, thank you very much for all the informative knowledge you shared. I have just got 150 on speaking and 160 on listening. Wow. Once again, I appreciate all of your effort. You got 160 on listening, 150 on speaking. That's really high. That's good. That's good. That's good. If you have 10 more, you can get level 7. That's great. Oh gosh, I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next question. It's, do you wish to have more time to relax during a day? Do you wish to have? Now guys, be active. Why don't you write some answers of your own? Seo-jun, I'll be waiting for your answer. Do you wish to have more time to relax during a day? What do you guys think? Let me know. Personally, since last January, I've been doing that work and life balance thingy. I work about 5 to 6 hours a day, and sometimes I work more and sometimes I work less, but I would work very early in the morning and then I would have some time off. And then most of my students are adults, right? They would want either like very early classes or very late classes. So in the middle, I have a chunk of time on my hands. So I would do writing for my books. I would, prepare for the video shootings, or I would exercise in the middle of the day. So nowadays I'm into like practicing golf. I'm getting into it now, and I've been practicing almost for like 2 years, and I'm soon to go out in the field and I'll be like, doing my very first game outdoors. So I'm really, really into it, and I've been practicing very diligently, at least 1 hour a day for the last 8 months. So yeah, I'm practicing golf. I'm always riding my bike. I'm doing yoga. I find these little things to do throughout the day. So it doesn't have to be like my work finishes at 7 and I go home and I, spend the rest of my day doing something for my, self. No, I make some time in the middle of the day. It doesn't have to be an hour long. It can be like 10 minutes long. It can be 30 minutes long. It can be an hour long. And I try to find something that could fit in that time to relax myself. And I think if I sum that up, it must be a total of like almost 5 hours. So I think I have enough time to relax during a day. And this is my weekday. It's not even my weekend, because I work consistently throughout the week, Monday through Sunday. So all the days are almost the same. Okay, Regina says, congratulations to you, Han. Oh, on Linus, of course, I have too much work to do in days during the day, and during the day. So I have to go to work during the day, and there are many housework waiting for me after work. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, housework. So I wish more time to relax during the day. Oh, that's good. Anne's answer was great. Jian, I really, really wish to have more time to relax to get rid of stress. I would like to do many things. Or I have many things to do? Is it what you want to say? Like exercising, reading books, and so on. Now, Regina, I wish to have more time to relax during the day with my family. My mom and dad are always busy with their work, or they're busy working, so we hardly share time together. You must love your parents a lot. I can see it in your answer, Regina. Oh, busy for their work, busy with their work, busy working. They're all the same. Kara, yes, definitely. My life is stressful. If I can have more time to relax, I will appreciate it. Sunsu, hi Sunsu, welcome to the show. Yadi, yes, I wish to have more time to relax during the day because there are too much load of schoolwork these days. So I got a lot of stress and I'm physically and also mentally tired. Oh, Adi, I will teach you this one expression. You can say I'm worn out. W-O-R-N out. I'm worn out, meaning you are like exhausted. You're physically and mentally worn out. W-O-R-N out. 너무 지쳤어. I'm worn out. Okay. So I'm exhausted. You can even use that expression. I'm exhausted. So I need to recharge myself. I need to relax more. That's good. Suyeon, I wish to have more time to relax during the day because I work overtime almost every day. That's so sad. So it is difficult to enjoy any hobby. I wish I could have more free time after work. Yes. And Regina, yes, I do love my parents a lot. Teacher, I can tell that you love your parents a lot. Hello, Junjun 형제. Who is it? Oh, I have my nephew here on joining the show. Hello. You have to speak English in this show. Welcome to the show. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow, by the way. See you tomorrow, okay? I'll be going over to your house to have dinner. All right, so guys, I will give you my answer for this one. And also, I'll give you two versions, a slower version and a more fluent version, I would say. Okay. Junjun 형제. Oh, by the way, my nephew has his own YouTube channel. So if you guys are interested, go check it out and follow him. It's gonna mean a lot to him. Okay. 너 팔로우 하라고 얘기해줬어. 너 유튜브 채널 있다고. Okay, so do you wish to have more time to relax during a day? Yes, I wish to have more time to relax during a day because I work a lot and it is very stressful. So I want to relax and I want to relieve my stress. So that was quite slow, but I spoke, I think, more than almost like 4 or 5 sentences, and I didn't make any grammatical mistake. So that counts as like 7/180, or even maybe 8/190, okay? And now, I'm gonna give you a faster version, or fluent version of my answer. Sure, I wish to have more time to relax during the day because, I work all the time and I work a lot and it's quite stressful. And throughout the day, I work, so I'm worn out by the end of the day. So during the day, I really need more time to relax so I can get rid of stress. All right, so that was very fast, right? And I got sort of emotional. And as time ran out, I was like talking even like faster. But yeah, basically, I think the first answer had more content, more things like that count as, oh, she's saying something. Okay, Junjun, go out if you're not going to speak English. Get out of here. No daga. Okay, all right. And the last question is this. What kind of activity do you enjoy the most to have? What kind of activity do you enjoy the most to have a relaxing time? Okay, so what kind of activity do you enjoy the most to have a relaxing time? So this is what I was talking about in the very beginning of part 3, right? And you guys were talking about this too, like walking with your mom in the park, reading book, exercising. You guys gave out all the information here already. Reading a book on my bed. Oh, by the way, guys, do you have any books to recommend? Because I'll be having a book reading class, like book discussion with one of my students, and we were like discussing earlier today, what kind of books to read to have this book discussion. And we wanted to like sort of start out with an easy book. So I recommended one of my favorites, which is The Notebook. It's the original story of the movie Notebook, but oh. Okay. Okay, my nephew has been cut off from the show, so you can't be speaking for the next 300 seconds. Okay, all right. Anyway, so we're trying to find a book to read for this book discussion session, and I want this session to be very meaningful. So if there are any kind of books that you guys would like to recommend, let me know. It's got to be an English book because it's going to be an English book discussion. But one book, Snow White. Really? Snow White? There's children's storybook. Yeah, that could be good too. That could be a very easy one to approach with. Snow White? Or I was thinking of more like a self-improvement book or maybe like an essay. You like Cara, what do you like? You like reading? You like to have book discussions? So we're going to talk about some things, the like moral of the story, the lessons that provides, and about the words and about the situation. And this lady, she has so much that could get better in terms of her English speaking levels or skills. So yeah, I'm trying to have some book discussions with her. So let me know what kind of books that you would like to recommend for me. Educated. Song Smith, educated. Are you talking about educational books? I prefer to do some static activities. I would read more books or draw some paintings. It might be fun and relaxing is how you would say it, Anne. Relaxing. Diary of a Wimpy, it's a kid, right? The Wimpy Kid or something. And moreover, I would like to watch a movie with my friends and family members. I will get rid of stress after doing these. Get rid of stress after doing this. That's true. So 30 seconds is a long time. So of course, you have to talk for a longer time. Oh, you like the book, The Notebook. Yes. I love it. I have a book that is all worn out, but it's really great. I read it over and over again. I watched the movie over and over again. Yeah. And reading book actually helps you meditate and relax. Oh, the book is Educated by Westover Tara. Okay, the book title is Educated. Okay, thank you. I enjoy riding a bicycle to have a relaxing time. Me too. Ditto. Me too. That makes two of us. I usually go to the park near my home to enjoy my relaxing time, and I ride a bicycle I ride a bike for 2 to 3 hours. Okay, and that way I can relieve my stress and can be healthy and fit at the same time. That's true. I totally agree with you, Slee. And Regina, I enjoy the most is, okay, now the way you put it is, I enjoy riding a bike the most. Regina, did you get it? I enjoy riding a bike the most. Okay, to discover my hometown and lovely. The spring has come and there are flowers blooming everywhere. Ooh, that's so lovely phrase. Yes. All right, so here goes my answer, everybody. Now, I'm just going to go with one version this time. Well, to have a good relaxing time by myself, I like to do lots of activities alone. Well, first of all, I love to go to the park and ride a bicycle because by riding a bicycle, I can heal myself, get rid of stress, and stay fit at the same time. And also, I love reading books in my free time because when I read book, I can imagine, I can think about the story, and I can relax just by reading a book. So I do all these activities alone so I can have a relaxing time. Okay, so I sort of blended out all the things that you guys were saying here on the chat room, and I talked about riding a bike, I talked about reading a book, and Tadashi, you were a little late, but you enjoy editing videos. Yeah, that's sometimes an activity that I do. And I find when you want to relax, you gotta spend your time alone. Right? Like when you're with somebody, sometimes you can get rid of stress, but if you want to relax, truly relax, I think you got to do these lonesome activities, like things alone, and it's much better. Magic Treehouse, Fancy Nancy, Nate the Great, Wade Side School, Pete the Cat. Yeah, those are all great books that I've read too. Okay, now we're going to move on to part 4, which is the chart part. Look at this. Look at the chart, guys. Have a look at it, and I'll give you the questions. Okay. You can see me, right? I think that's good enough. Look at the chart. My Travi's back. Xian, you said, I enjoy riding a bike to have a relaxing time because it makes me feel refreshing while riding in a park. Your answer is great. Hyun, I usually listen to popular classical music and I do love the melody in those songs. It is so great and meaningful. I can't relieve myself, which is really good. You know what, Hyun? Nowadays, I also listen to lots of music, and recently I watched this British drama series on Netflix, and it's called Bridgerton. Have you watched that? And Bridgerton is a romantic story. And after watching that first season, I just fell in love with the whole concept and the story. So I went on YouTube and I found Bridgerton OST, original soundtrack, and there are some beautiful songs in that drama. So you should go check it out. It's Bridgerton. It's awesome. You gotta watch that drama too. Oh my god, my eyes are about to pop out. Thank you, Regina. All right. Now, guys, how long does this live show? I'm going to do this live show for almost about one more hour, for almost about an hour long. More. Oh, and you'll be able to watch the live show after. It's being recorded and it's going to stay on the channel, so you can watch it afterwards. It's only that you cannot participate. You can participate only when it's live. Chingju 10. Yes. You're welcome to go and take a shower and come back to watch the recorded version. No problem. Now, guys, ready for the first question? Bridgerton. Yes, Bridgerton. It's on Netflix. That's the spelling. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to give you guys the first question. Listen carefully. Question 7. What's the first thing on the schedule and what time will it start? What's the first thing on the schedule and what time will it start? These are some classic questions, right? They come oftentimes on the test, and you guys get it hopefully right all the time, right? Okay, so share your answers. What's the first thing on the schedule and what time will it start? What's the first thing on the schedule and what time will it start? Oh, thanks. I love your TOEIC speaking tutor videos. They're awesome. I am happy that you're getting help from my videos. It's very meaningful. Great. So are you from Taiwan? Chingju 10? I can tell from your name. Yeah. The name, which is quite Chinese. Yeah, mostly you guys are coming from Taiwan, right? They help me a lot. Thanks. Good. And everybody, share your answers for the first question, which is, what's the first thing on the schedule and what time will it start? Let me know. Ari, I like your name, Ari. The first session is opening remarks and it will start at 9 a.m. That's very simple and everything is correct. Good. Regina, the first thing on the schedule is opening remarks and it would be start at 9 a.m. Now, Regina, you just simply say it will start. It's something that will happen in the future, so you should say it will start at 9 a.m. All right, Jian, the first thing is opening remarks and it will start at 9 o'clock. That's well put. Mingyu, the first session is opening remarks and the speaker is Isabella Jackson. It will start at 9 a.m. That was great too. Hi Dang Nguyen. The first seminar is opening remarks with an S and it starts, or it's better to say it in future tense, it will start, because it's a session, it's an event that will happen in the future. So it will start at 9 a.m. Okay. Chingju 10, I'm learning English in 한국어. 한국어 공부하세요? 네. 어디 사세요? Chingju 10, 어디 사세요? I would like to hear your answer. Which part of Taiwan are you from? And the first session will start at 9 a.m. Isabella Jackson will give an opening remarks at 9, so please remember it. That's good. Kara? Yes, ma'am. The first session is opening remarks at 9 a.m. Kara, the first session is opening remarks, and why don't you start out a new sentence by saying it will start at 9 a.m. because the question is specifically asking what time will it start. So it's better to put it into a separate sentence by saying it will start at 9 a.m. Okay? Yun, the first session is opening remarks, not lead by but led by. But actually, you have to say given by, because opening remarks is something that you speak. So you give a speak, you give remarks. Given by Isabella Jackson, and it will start at 9 a.m. Please keep that in mind. I like that. And Slate, the first session on the schedule is opening remarks, and it will start at 9 a.m. It will start at 9 a.m. It will start. It's a future tense, because this is something that's going to happen once in the future, so you might as well put it in future tense rather than present tense. 현재 시제보다는 미래 시제를 쓰세요. Okay? Use future tense. So the answer would be, what's the first thing on the schedule and what time will it start? Well, the first thing on the schedule is opening remarks, and it will start at 9 a.m. Isabella Jackson will give the opening remarks. So please be there on time. Okay? Yeah, I just said please be there on time because that's the first session, and normally people might be late for the first session, so I said please be there on time. Okay? But that was something unnecessary. You didn't have to say that. All right, guys, now listen up. The second question. I heard that it will be an all-day event, so we will be having lunch together. Do I have to pay an additional fee for lunch? I heard that it'll be an all-day event, so we will be having lunch together. Do I have to pay an additional fee for lunch? Okay, I know if you have been preparing for TOEIC speaking, you guys know what to say, okay? There are some grammatical points that you should be careful about, so be careful writing your answers regarding this question, okay? I heard that it will be an all-day event, so we will be having lunch together. Do I have to pay an additional fee for lunch? Do I have to? Let me know. And teacher, is it okay just to say Q&A session and closing, not question? Oh yes, it's totally fine. You can say Q&A, you can say question and answer session. It's up to you. Q&A session is totally fine. Yeah, we just say Q&A session. Question and answer is too long, so you can just say there will be a Q&A session and closing, okay? Guys, do you guys remember the second question? I said, I heard that it'll be an all-day event, so we will be having lunch together. Do I have to pay an additional fee for lunch? Sunsu, did you say yes? No, it's not yes. Guys, it's not yes. Okay, so Sunsu and Jiyeon said yes, but actually the question is, do I have to pay an additional fee for lunch? So this person is aware of the fact that people have to pay, but he is asking, do I have to pay an additional fee for lunch? So the actual answer has to start by saying no. You don't have to pay additionally. You don't have to pay additional fee. Okay? Why are you guys saying yes? Why are so many people saying yes? Oh, Regina, you're right. If you already paid registration fee in advance, not advanced, but in advance, without a D, it is included. Lunch is included. That's fine. And Mingyu, oh, actually, lunch is included in the registration fee, so you don't have to pay more. I love Mingyu's answer. Look at Mingyu Lee's answer. His answer is perfect. KH, you don't have to pay the lunch fee. It is included in the registration fee. That is perfectly correct. And fortunately, you won't have to pay an extra fee for lunch. The fee is already included with the D. Is included, right? Is already included in the registration fee. And Nguyen, it's true, but you don't have to pay any extra fee, okay? It's true that you will have lunch, but you don't have to pay any extra, okay? You have to sort of explain what you're saying it's true about. Ari, no, you don't have to pay for lunch because the lunch fee is included in the registration fee already, so you don't need to pay. You just need to pay $120. That's good, okay? And Regina, yeah, you fixed it right. And Kara, no, you don't have to pay additional fee. The lunch is included in the registration fee. Please keep that in mind, period. Kara Wu made a great answer there, and that is like the model response that you guys can take note of. So look at Kara Wu's answer over there, okay? So that's exactly what I would say. All right, and this whole question is focusing on whether you could put the words lunch included in the right form. So it shouldn't be lunch is or lunch included, but you need to put the verb in there. Lunch is included. Lunch is included in the registration fee. Okay, so let me give you my answer now. Oh no, you don't have to pay anything additional, because if you register for our seminar, the lunch is already included in the registration fee. So you just need to pay $120 and everything is taken care of. Okay? So I said everything is taken care of, or everything will be taken care of, because it means that $120 would cover everything. But this is how I do it to get level 8 to 100. I sort of sound like I'm actually the person who's working here for this seminar, and I try to provide lots of information related to whatever the person is asking. Okay? So I said you don't have to pay anything additional, because if you already register for the seminar, lunch is already included in the registration fee. So all you have to do is pay $120 and everything is taken care of. Everything will be taken care of, meaning your lunch will be taken care of as well. Okay? So if you guys are interested in getting level 8, like, refer to how I say it. Okay? Taken care of. Everything will be taken care of. Okay, it's a good thing that I can type today. Hold on. Will be taken care of. I'm actually a faster typer. I'm actually faster at typing, but this is not my keyboard, so I'm not used to typing on this keyboard. But everything will be taken care of, meaning I will take care of everything. Your lunch, your registration, your entrance, so don't worry, it's included in the fee. Okay? Now, guys, we're moving on to the last question. And the last question is, I'm really looking forward to hearing from Robert Clark. During which sessions will I get to hear him talk? Did you get the name? The name is the most important part, so listen again. I'm really looking forward to hearing from Robert Clark. During which sessions will I get to hear him talk? This is going to be one last time. I'm really looking forward to hearing from Robert Clark. During which sessions will I get to hear him talk? Ooh, I'm getting a lot of hearts today. Here are my hearts. So obviously, for the last question, they always aim to make you talk about 2 different kinds of information, right? 2 rows of information. And that's what you guys have to focus on. Robert Clark was it. That was the name. Regina, you're taking this lecture very seriously. Wow, Mingyu is a very fast typer. There are 2 sessions on the list. First, he will teach about developing outstanding leadership skills, and it will start at 10:15 a.m. Second, Q&A session will take place at 4:30 p.m. Q&A and closing session as well. Oh, that's good, Mingyu. Okay, one thing that I would like to point out for Mingyu is that, this is a seminar, this is not a lecture, okay? So normally for a seminar, we would say he will give a presentation on something, or he will give a speech on something, okay? So this is not a lecture course or a school event. So it's written right there on the very right side. It says they are speakers, right? So you can say, Robert Clark will give a speech or give a presentation on developing outstanding leadership skills at 10:15 a.m. Okay? I hope you understood why it'll be a speech or a presentation. Okay? And your answer too, think about what I just said. Regina, your answer as well. Think about why I said it's got to be a speech or a presentation. Okay? No, it's not, this whole thing is a seminar. This whole event is called 23rd National Seminar for Business Leaders. But each and every session, you see the name of the speakers will deliver a speech. They will talk. They will give a presentation. Yes. That's right. That's exactly right, Regina. Robert Clark will give a speech on developing outstanding leadership skills. Now, Jihyun, there are two sessions. One session is named Developing Outstanding Leadership Skills. It will start at 10:15 a.m. The other one is Q&A session and closing. It will start at... Okay, the way Jihyun put it is not bad. It's correct. It's fine. But you have to sort of like understand the functions of each and every, event here, like a session here. Okay? Just reading A is B, B is A, that's fine, but that's not like, better skill to deliver the information is to put it in a sentence using the right, verb. Okay, no one's giving the right answer, so I will give the right answer. You can say, Robert Clark will, I'm typing, it's taking a long time, will give a speech on developing outstanding leadership skills at 10:15 a.m. Or you can say, there will be a presentation on, I can see how people are so quiet. Developing outstanding, and I have so many typings to do here. Here. Oh, and Suyeon, there are two scheduled sessions. There's S Missing, led by Robert Clark. First, he will give a speech on developing blah, 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 and he will give a presentation on... Okay, now, the thing about the Q&A session is not a presentation. When you're doing a question and answer session, there's no presentation. It's like some people would ask the questions and some people would answer the questions. So that is not a presentation. So for that part, you would say, Robert, okay, I'm typing again, guys. Clark will lead a, I need a better keyboard session. So Q&A and closing session. I would say it this way. Robert Clark will lead a Q&A and closing session at 4:30 p.m. Or you could say there will be a Q&A and closing session led by Robert Clark at 4:30. Is it p.m.? Okay. All right. Whew. Guys, you guys are doing a lot of work here. It's really hard to be typing. I normally type throughout the day and I have no problem using my laptop computer, but with this keyboard here, it's hard. It's a new keyboard. You're having lunch? What time is it right now there? Slee, oh, what time is it? It's lunchtime? Oh, here it's nighttime. Chingju, you're back from shower. I didn't, you didn't, okay. Welcome back. We still have two more parts to talk about. So guys, do you understand how I put the answers? Give a presentation, give a speech, and how I said lead a Q&A and closing session, and there will be a Q&A session and closing session led by. Okay? So you have to understand when to say presentation and speech and when to say the session is just a Q&A session and closing session. Okay. Good. All done. Now, it's time to move on to part 5. Okay. So I'll be reading the situation to you guys and listen carefully to the situation, okay? So take notes if you can, because nowadays in most part of the world for TOEIC speaking you can take notes. So take notes to remember all the information, all the details in there, okay? Listen carefully. Hello, this is Rachel Simmons and I'm the Sales and Marketing Director here at Amber Computer. Since last year, we have been developing various kinds of accessories that could be used with the computer models that we sell. And this year, we have been focusing on developing wireless products, and the first product was a wireless mouse, which was a great hit. In order to continue on with the success, we have launched a new wireless keyboard as a follow-up product. Unlike our expectation, the sales of the wireless keyboard aren't so high, and we do not know what the reason is. We have been trying to conduct a survey at local electronics store to get customer feedback, but it hasn't been successful. Now we need to find ways to get customer feedback on why our new wireless keyboard isn't so popular, so we could do something to improve the situation. Now since you are my assistant, I would like to hear your ideas on this matter. Please think about it and call me back at extension 12 to share your thoughts with me. Thank you. All right. Now, for those of you who are first-time visitors, we have a template. You know, I found out that in British English, you guys say template, but in American English, we say template. That's a big difference. Template, template. Anyway, template, template. Either is fine. This is the template that we use. Template. This is the template you use. You can capture the screen, screenshot it. Okay. So on the upper part where it says step 2, this is where you would summarize the message, like what you heard. You heard this, you heard that, you heard about the problem, blah, blah, blah. The more detail you give, the higher points you get, okay? And whatever you say, it's got to be grammatically correct. And for step 4, that's where you would put in some suggestions, the solutions that you think that might work, okay? So I do like 2 suggestion layout, but some people, if you can't think of like 2, then just go with 1. But I normally tell my students to say at least 2 solutions and 2 suggestions, okay? So that's the template that we use. And now I believe some of you might be working on summarizing the message. Let me know what you think, how you summarized it. Oh my God, Slee, it's 2:34 p.m. Your lunch is quite late. 판성 Kim, Pansong, Pansong님, Kim Pansong, OMG, why OMG? Why? Because I was speaking English the whole time. I speak English for the live show. I'm still having my almonds, and they're great. Okay, so summarize the message for me, guys. Oh, I see a lot of people active tonight. Oh, Hyun, good. The company makes wireless products. The first one was wireless mouse, which was a great hit. And the second one is now a wireless keyboard. That is exactly right, Hyun. What have we been... Ching Juten said, ask some questions which we don't have relative experience. Should we pretend like we have that experience, or should we just answer it honestly? You just have to pretend. You know, honesty is not the best policy when it comes to taking TOEIC speaking test, okay? We're not doing like truth or dare. We're not doing any kind of like, you know, game, whether to find out you are telling the truth, okay? The people there, ETS, is trying to see whether you can, you know, speak English. And it's better to create a script that you are more likely to speak better than to try to tell your honest experience, because it'll take time to create the sentences for that honest experience, okay? And Anne, hello, this is Anne, the assistant. I heard that you are the marketing director and the sales performance of this wireless keyboard was not great. Oh, that's perfectly well put. Oh, that's good. And Hyun, but the sales of the wireless keyboards are not so high. True. And Hong Suyeon님, how I should do it if I understand exactly. Oh, Suyeon님, if you cannot hear or understand what I said, after the show, come back and rewind it to part 5 and try to listen to it again, okay? Or the video before this one is the test for this live show. So go there and listen to the audio again, okay? Listen to it several times until you understand it. Tadashi, understand you launched a new wireless keyboard, but it hasn't sold well so far. You conducted a survey to get feedbacks at local stores. Wow, Tadashi, you got everything correct by there. Which wasn't successful either. You want more feedbacks from customers, but you don't know how. Tadashi explained exactly what the situation was. Hello, Rachel. I'm MK, returning your call. I heard that you work in... okay, normally you would have to say in the sales and marketing department. However, there's a problem with your computer accessories, such as wireless keyboard sales. Okay. Now, Mingyu, it seems like you are making grammatical mistakes on creating sentences. However, there's a problem because, you would say, however, there's a problem because the sales of your wireless keyboards are low. Okay? And there are 2 solutions. Oh my gosh, you're moving on to 2 solutions. Dominic, yes, I love Trebi. It doesn't matter what flavor it is. I just love drinking carbonated water. Yeah. Kara, hello, this is Kara returning your call. I heard that our new product, wireless keyboards, are not selling well, and you tried to do a survey. Is that what you're trying to say? Do a survey, but it wasn't successful or it was useless. And Chung Peggy, hello Peggy. I'm from Taiwan. I'd like to sign up for the test in the next 2 months, so I'm here. But this is my first time to leave a comment, and thank you for giving all the videos. Oh my gosh, I have so many Tony's followers. I'm so excited. I love Taiwan. I've been to Taiwan almost 10 times, and every time I go there, like the food is awesome, amazing. I'm just in love with everything Taiwan and Taiwanese. Like, you people there are so nice and kind and loving, and just like, I love everything about Taiwan. One day I might be living there. Dominic, do you like that kind of... Yeah, I like sparkling water. Why? I like sparkling water. You can say carbonated water or sparkling water. Okay. So, guys, what would be your solutions? I'm going to go back to Hyun, and now I'm going to read some solutions that she provided. First, we can make a short video about the useful functions of the wireless keyboard so that people can have more information of this new product. Wow, that is something that I haven't thought of. That's good. Make a video and distribute it so people, like on social media, right? Like channels, and people could see it and people could know good functions about it, and that's great. You sound like a professional marketing expert, like marketer. Second, we can hire some celebrities to be the representative of our company so lots of users can put trust in our... Oh, yeah. Celebrity advocates, okay. Advocates, good. That's good. Oh, Anne is also from Taiwan. So many Taiwanese tonight. Okay, so Ching Ju-ten asked... Thank you. I asked this question because last time I was asked what kind of wedding gift did you prepare for your friend? Well, that was the exact same question that we had in Korea. And I tell my students it's always got to be a coffee maker. Wedding gift, you prepare a coffee maker. And this is something that most Koreans wouldn't do because normally in Korean culture, we give money. We give money as wedding gifts so that the couple could prepare on their own or buy something after the wedding if they need something. I mean, they're the ones who know best about what they need, right? So in Korea, our culture is giving money. But anyway, the question is asking wedding gift. So like, I would say a coffee maker. I bought a coffee maker from Dolce Gusto or Nescafe. Yeah, and my friend loved it. Create a good lie. If you can make it a better speaker, it's better to be a liar for a TOEIC speaking test, okay? And I said, sorry, I just graduated. I don't have friends who got married. And Okay. Well, honesty is not the best policy, Ching. I'm telling you. Oh, you have to lie to give better answers. So, anybody, any ideas? Tadashi, don't you have any ideas about like some suggestions that you would like to make? Or you're waiting for others to answer? I would like to hear from Tadashi. Coffee maker is a good gift for Koreans. I would like to hear from Anne. I would like to hear from Kara. Yeah, you guys don't have any solutions here. I mean, first part of the answer should be summarizing of the message, but the second part must be some solutions. Now, I always tell you guys, Hyun up there has been making great answers and real, like, actual solutions that some sales and marketing people could create. And it's true, it's Hyun. It's really hard to come up with an idea suddenly. So I always tell my students, when people are having a hard time, doing survey, then tell them to do it online. Do an online survey. It's always much easier than doing like the real paper survey. So people can just go home and just do some click, click, click. It's easier. So why don't you do an online survey? Maybe on social media channels or on YouTube, Instagram. It should be easier. And I've seen some people doing surveys on YouTube, and I've participated in some of that. Okay, so why don't you do an online survey? Could be one suggestion. And second is, it's so easy. Why don't you give a gift to people when they participate in the survey? I mean, wouldn't you? If they give you something like a wireless mouse, wouldn't you participate in that survey? Duh, it is so obvious, right? So those are your answers for whenever they ask you about having difficulty, having people participate in the survey. Those two are the answers that you can always use. Oh, and said, why don't you send emails to customers to get some feedback? Okay, send emails. And some answers here. Conduct a survey on our website. It's got to be on our website. Ari, you wrote a lot. But the thing is, if you use the template, you don't have to actually say that much. Dominic, your pronunciation sounds like me. Yeah, because I went to America when I was 7 and I was brought up there. So basically my English is Native American English. Yes. We should check other companies' price. Maybe our price is too high so customers won't want to buy, or we can hold a special discount. That's great too. Giving a discount is a good idea. Yeah. But here the situation is, how are we going to get people to participate in the survey? We have to focus on that matter. Okay? So this is how I will say my answer. Listen up, guys. Hi, this is Gwen, your assistant. I heard that you are the sales and marketing director, and we have launched a new wireless keyboard. However, there's a problem because, people are not buying them, and we want to do a survey to get their feedback, but it is really hard to get customer feedback. So you'd like to get some help with this matter. Well, first of all, I'm sorry to hear about the situation. However, I'm happy to say that there is a way to help you out. And after looking into the situation, I came up with the following suggestions. Well, first of all, I think it is a good idea to do the survey online, because that should be easier for people, then more people would participate. And moreover, why don't we give a small gift like our wireless mouse to the customers when they participate in the survey? I mean, that should be very effective. Well, those are my suggestions. And if you need more help, just feel free to call me back anytime. Bye. And I finished the whole answer. I completed everything in 1 minute. And the magic of this is because I used my template. Okay? This template helps me speak, like put everything and finish everything in 1 minute. period. Okay? So that's why I always encourage you guys to use the template, because you wouldn't get lost and your answer would, be in that certain flow that you must follow, and you would be able to summarize the situation and you would be able to provide the solutions. And it doesn't matter, like my answers were quite simple, right? Like I said, why don't you do the survey online, and why don't you give a gift to people when they participate? But everything was balanced out. Okay. Gwen, to be honest, I really suggest you make some Hangul tutor videos because your accent is understandable and your pronunciation is clear. You must be a successful Hangul teacher. You're worried about my career. Oh, I should be teaching Korean now. Many times people want to learn Hangul. Hangul, really? 한국어를 배우고 싶으세요? I gotta, learn Chinese first to teach Hangul. Anyway, yeah. So that's how you do for part 5. So the survey. Why don't you do online do an online survey? That should be easier. That was the first solution that I provided. And why don't you give a gift to the customers when they participate in the survey? That should be very effective. Is what I said for the second answer or suggestion. All right. Last but not least, the part 6. Ta-da! This is the last part, guys. Cheer up. It's the last part. And I know some of you are going to be taking the test tomorrow, so you got to go to sleep early. I mean, after the show, I have things to do, and the first one that I'll be doing is watch the drama called Penthouse. This is a Korean way of saying that word. It's penthouse. 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 See, we have to chop off each and every word. Penthouse. So I'll be watching the Penthouse, and after that I'll be meditating, doing my yoga for about an hour, and yeah. And then after that I'll be going to sleep because I have classes tomorrow. Yay, I'm working on Saturday. But anyway, this is the question. Now, do you agree or disagree that college students must have genuine interest in the subjects that they are learning in order to have higher academic achievement? Give specific reasons and details to support your opinion. So college students having genuine interest in the subject that they're learning in order to have higher academic achievement, meaning getting higher grades, doing better, like performing better on their academic, performance. Okay, so this is obviously true, right? Because when I was, in college, let's say, when I was taking like courses like English, I always did well because I had genuine interest, and of course I was like good at it, so I would always ace it. But let's say when I was taking something in business or finances, I did have any genuine interest. I just took it because I had to, and I think I got like B minus or C or something because I really didn't want to study, so I didn't focus well in class. And that's basically what you have to say for the answer. Jian-nim, you look beautiful today. Thank you very much. And did you do your self makeup? Oh no, I got my makeup done because I was shooting lots of videos today. So I got my makeup done in the morning, and I was shooting videos after videos. And here I'm finally here. It's been about like 12 hours since I got my makeup done, so it's quite greasy right now. But thank you for the compliment. Oh, Dominic, you were also wondering about that? Oh, no. I'm not a makeup artist, but I sometimes do my makeup alone, yeah. You're on the same boat. On the same boat as Jian, okay. All right, so guys, what do you think about this question? Let me know. Okay, so while you guys think about what to say. I'm going to share an answer of my dear friend Teiji Shimada-san. And here's the answer that he would like to share with you guys.
I agree that college students must have a genuine interest in the subject that they are learning in order to have higher academic achievement. I have several reasons that support my opinion. Most of all, it is very useful for their future.
Now, up until here, your answer, Teiji, I suggest that you speak up a little bit. The volume has to be louder. It has to be bigger because you're making husky sound, and it's making even harder to understand your English. Okay, and when you were saying the word opinion, you sounded like you were saying opinion into 4-syllable word, but it has to be opinion, more like opinion, 3-syllable words. Okay, so not opinion, but it's opinion.
For example, when I was a college student, I majored in economics. In order to achieve high grade, I had to keep track of social condition and global economy.
I love how you use that expression. Like, I have to keep track of. I had to be updated with something, right? I had to keep track of something because you were majoring that subject. Okay, good.
But I liked economics, so I was very interested in them. Now, I work at a securities company, so I'm very happy to able to work on what I like. That is why I think so.
Okay, the remaining of your answer would have been better if you said, yeah, you kept track of all those things and you study hard, so you had higher academic achievement, which means you got higher grades, and because you had higher grades, you were able to get into good company. Now, your conclusion had to go in that direction, but you sort of talked about like you got into a company and you're happy now. It didn't make sense to me in the end, or if I understood it wrong, it's maybe because of your pronunciation. So it's like for part 6, I would say first, every time I listen to your answers, it's all about like pronunciation, and I want you to speak louder, okay? It's gonna help much more for the listeners to understand your English better. And secondly, your English wording and expressions are so good. It's very high level. The thing is, right now for part 6, the whole storyline must end with, you got higher academic achievement, okay? Because you had genuine interest in economy. Okay, so you would want to sort of like, rephrase the ending of your answer. So overall, that's why this answer cannot go into the level 7 category. Like, I listened to all of your answers, and the main reason why I'm so hesitant to give you level 7 is because of the pronunciation part. Yeah. This is something that I really want to help you on, but it's really hard to help you help out like Koreans and Japanese people who have some like pronunciation matters. I have to teach them in person like almost like 3-4 times a week, and like force the right pronunciation into their mouth, and it's really hard to get the results out. So yeah, I know it's very frustrating. I know that you've been trying it for years to improve, but this is how you can do it. You can sort of like I told you that it's good idea to sing, and you've been doing that too. I know that. Singing is one thing, but when you're singing, you have to like produce your sound, your voice more clearly. Right now, overall, your answers are too husky, so it's really hard to understand. That's the comment that I can give you today. Okay? So when you're singing, big mouth, louder, clear voice, try to focus on that. That grammatical things and expressions, everything's great. Yeah. But if you want to get into that level 7 category, you have to improve your sound. I've been giving this consistent comments for several months, right? Are you there, Teiji? And I'm gonna go up to see your answers now, guys. And yes, I agree that college students must have genuine interest in the subject that they are learning in order to have higher academic achievement. There are several reasons to support my opinion. Chung, Peggy, you also agree that since I have one major in English and one major in finance, it is important to students' learning. For example, when I was a college student, I majored in English literature. Okay, at the time we had a lot of syntax and articles to read. For some classmates, those works were boring. It's got to be past tense, right? I always had a lot of fun from the story and feeling. Okay, I like how you are telling your own experience, but because it's experience, it's got to be in past tense. Remember using past tense consistently, okay? And Hyun, yes, I agree that college students should have genuine interest. And the first reason, the college student can have great passion for the subject, for example, English subject. And as a result, I usually got a good score, or I got the first prize in the literature competition. Okay, that's all good academic achievement, and that is why I think so. And I love your answer. The way you put it, it is totally, it makes sense, and it's very supporting to the idea that you're trying to say. So it's acceptable, great. If you have good pronunciation, like performance-wise, then I'm pretty sure you will get level 7 with this answer. Yeah. Chung, I feel like it always takes me more time to prepare for my finance test because you're not interested in it. Okay. And yes, genuine interest is always crucial for learning. When students are seriously attracted to a subject, they can learn it faster and more efficiently. Good, Dominic. Your sentence is quite good, well written. Han-sung, Kim, I have a question. Does genuine interest mean that the college student must be learning the subject from the heart? Yes, like genuine interest. I truly like what I'm learning. I truly am interested in something that I'm learning. Like for example, I'm passionate these days about learning meditating yoga. I have genuine interest in yoga. So it's not like somebody's making me do it, somebody's pushing me to do it, but I love to do it. Like something from my heart. You put it right, from the heart. Chung. Thus, I think learning what I like has more fun. It is more fun to me. It makes me feel much proud of myself. Okay, good. You're really into it, Dominic. You're right. And Hyun, if they have genuine interest, they can find out more information use in order to widen their knowledge and understanding, and definitely they can have higher academic achievement in the near future. Good. For me, Chiang Ju-ten, I think the best way to improve your pronunciation is to go into a bar and chat with some foreigners. Haha. That is a way. Like having lots of foreign friends could help you improve your pronunciation. Teiji, it doesn't have to be a true story. I've been telling you, honesty is not the best policy when it comes to, making answers for TOEIC speaking. It doesn't have to be true story or making up all the stories. I have this story about having a chicken restaurant as my business, and I've never owned a chicken restaurant, and I talk about it as if it's my true story. So yes, it doesn't matter. Great. Okay, so guys, now it's my turn to give you my final answer for part 6. So listen up. Hold on. Okay, so I agree that college students must have genuine interest in the subjects that they are learning in order to have higher academic achievement. And there are several reasons to support my opinion. And most of all, I think it is very important to actually enjoy what they're learning. For example, when I was in college, my major was fashion, so I had to take lots of courses related to that. But sometimes I had to take some business, courses, and one day I took finance class, and I wasn't really into finance. I had no genuine interest in that subject, so I didn't focus in class, I didn't study hard, and eventually I wasn't able to get higher, good grades on the test. And I had to retake the test several times to get like B+ to pass the course. So it was a lot of work to do. But anyway, I got the score, but I never got to like that subject. That's why I think so. So because a lot of you guys were talking about finance, like I used that part as my answer, saying I didn't like it, I didn't focus, I didn't do my homework, I didn't study, so I had to retake the test, take the test over and over again to pass the course. So I tried to emphasize how I had a hard time, getting some kind of grade, and I wasn't able to get higher academic achievement. And that was the result of not having genuine interest in the subject. Okay, so we've covered all 6 parts, 11 questions. I hope this was enjoyable for you guys, and also at the same time entertaining and educational, because after all, we're studying here. I'm always having fun time with you guys, chatting on the live show. And I told you, when was it? In April? Yeah, I'm gonna be back here on the 23rd, because there are 5 Fridays in April, and I'm gonna be coming back on the 4th, which is the 23rd. Okay, so see you back here on April 23rd. It's gonna be Friday night. It's gonna be 8 p.m. and I'm gonna let you know on my Instagram. So follow me on Instagram and you can see what I'm up to, what I'm doing for the channel and everything. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know on my Instagram, DM me, or just leave a comment below this, on YouTube videos. And Taiji, like I said, it doesn't have to be any true story. Listening to your answers, the only thing that you have to work on is, improving your, pronunciation. That's the most important thing, okay? Oh, thank you, Adam님, for 4달러. Thank you very much. So make sure, like what Chingju Ten said, go out and hang out with some foreigners. And if it's really hard to make foreign friends, right? Like native friends. So what you need to do is just sing songs, or try to shadow those what is that? I forgot what to say. Shadow the the script of American dramas or American movies, and that could help you too. But it takes a lot of effort to improve pronunciation for Koreans and Japanese, and that is something very undeniable. But I'm here to help you. So let's chat more on Kakao Talk, okay? But overall, your answers are great content-wise. I have nothing to say about that. It's just the pronunciation I'm talking about. Okay. Mingyu, thank you, teacher. Class was very helpful. Peggy, thank you. Thank you too. And Chian, thanks, Gwen. And Chingchu 10, oh my gosh, she said my name. Gotta buy a pizza for some. Okay. Thank you for teaching. And what a great lesson. Thank you so much, Kara. This is my first time here and I had a great time. Well, guys, Hyun, I love you too. Be back in April. All right. And I will see you back then. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend. And see you in April. Bye-bye.